Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Here's the starting group for Houston. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. And it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Dante Exum. And it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Gafford throws it down.
Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
And Thompson kicks to Sengun. Thompson, a screen on Gafford. Sengun passes to Brooks. Pass to Green. Houston moving the ball around. Thompson misses. Davis looking for an opening. Misses off the left iron.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And it's good for 2.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now here's Exum. Last time 14 points for him. Pass to Irving from past the arc. Rockets with the rebound. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year. Down low. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Rise and fire in the catch and shoot. Fred Van Vliet ready and willing.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said they have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. And it's Green missing.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Irving. A 3. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Well, we know Kyrie is one of the outstanding shot takers and makers in this league.
Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out, Doris, a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Davis dishes to Irving. Screen by Gafford. Irving misses.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Sengun. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Sengun's got 6.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Irving launches it from deep. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 4. Stolen by Van Vliet. Pass to Thompson. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Irving passes to Gafford. Shoots over Van Vliet. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Sengun with the screen for Thompson. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here is Irving. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
That passing ability complements Irving's scoring so well.
A drive by Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Davis. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strength. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now, here is Irving. To the inside. The shot's good from Gafford. Gafford's got 12 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Marshall deciding where to go with it. Stolen by Brooks. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, strength and savvy make Fred VanVleet a tough guy to deal with inside. Gets the contact.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. You take a look at Gafford. Leading the league in field goal percentage, he always gets good looks.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Now, here's Gafford. His last outing, 16 points for him. And a wide open look for Irving. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Exum with it. Still scoreless. Irving looking for an opening. Tries again, and it's blocked by Şengün.
Using that length, Şengün timing the block.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Cans it from downtown.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Marshall. And here is Gafford. Inside, Exum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jalen Green.
Well, you have to admire the passion Dante Exum plays with. This guy will take a hit and keep shooting.
Exum hits them both. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, after their three-point shooting abandoned them in the finals, the Mavericks have addressed that shortcome in a major way, acquiring one of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Klay is eager for a fresh start and an opportunity, I'm told, to add another ring to his championship resume. This should be a match made in heaven.
Without a doubt. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. Rockets leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Şengün. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
A shot that time, not on target. Great defense that time from Şengün. VanVleet with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Shots good by Green.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Irving passes to Marshall. Back to Irving. Shoots over VanVleet. No good from Irving.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Davis. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brooks misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now, here's Exum, guarded by Green. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dillon Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. P.J. Washington comes in for Marshall. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Exum. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Houston with a big group substitution here. Gay's checked in. Tari Eason comes in for Dillon Brooks. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Green. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Now, here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
They set the pick. Here's Whitmore. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Really left alone that time. Washington's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
And how about the touch on that mid-range? Davis has that shot on automatic.
Here's Gay. Banked in off the glass. Gay's got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Dinwiddie against Holiday. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And it's denied. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. A different look for Dallas. Prosper's checked in, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Green is checked in for Houston. Washington passes to Lively. 1:15 left to play here in the first. Carries it down low.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Eason. He had 25 points last game. And the dunk by Eason.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Rockets leading by 9. Pass to Whitmore. Houston moving it around. Here's the 3. Eason's shot is good. Eason's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Holiday against Irving. Over Holiday. No good from Irving.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Green, the pass to Eason. On the wing, Holiday. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
For Dallas, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And the second free throw, good. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Eason. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Houston, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's a five for Jason Kidd right now. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Irving, and it's Thompson in at the 3 slot.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
Here's Whitmore. Yep, that one goes. Whitmore's got his second bucket tonight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Irving way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
If you get caught watching the ball against Kyrie, he's going to go right by you every time.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Now, here's Washington. He has 5. Dinwiddie dishes to Irving. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dinwiddie. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Gets in the paint and drains it. Kyrie Irving, show off that touch.
Pass to Green. On the wing, Holiday. From outside the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Holiday's got 6.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Washington. The putback is no good. Houston leading by 13. There's Green with the 3. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. It's Clay off the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Thompson's got his first basket.
Don't forget, Klay Thompson is 6'6". He's got great size for a guard. It allows him to mix it up inside.
Pass to Holiday. Here's Eason. Connects from three-point range. And the Rockets lead by 14.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Dinwiddie for 3. Rockets with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Whitmore. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Well, a point guard's responsibility in part in today's NBA, get their guys going. And Kyrie Irving doing just that.
Here's Gay. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And the foul on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Exum comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And a switch here also for Houston. Williams, he's checked in for Green. A nice shot by Irving.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made one in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Pass to Eason. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 14. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
His contemporaries will say this. Klay Thompson's shooting stroke is as pure as it gets.
Gay misses. And the Mavericks with possession. They've got an 8-0 run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And when you look at P.J. Washington, his value, DB, lies in his defensive versatility.
Well, he's cross-positional. You can switch virtually every position with him on the defensive end. There's a strong physical presence, but maybe my favorite attribute is he's fearless. There's a toughness and an edge, and boy, you give him a big shot to take, he's not going to hesitate.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
To the wing on the left. Exum kicks to Thompson. Thompson with the 3.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You'd like to see a shot go in. Nicely done.
Pass to Holiday. Houston moving it around. In the corner, it's Eason. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 8. And here is Irving. Now Exum. Thompson outside. No good on the 3. Thompson against Williams. Eason, a screen on Thompson. And he gets the bucket. Williams has got his first points of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now, here's Washington. He's got 9. Eason finds Holiday. Williams for 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
And Gafford throws it down.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard, Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Eason passes to Williams. Here's Holiday. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Irving. Eason grabs the board. Rockets leading by 11. Here's Gay. Pass to Eason. Buries the long-range jumper. Eason's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. A different look for Dallas. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Washington. And it's Marshall in for Klay Thompson. Houston making some changes. Davis down low. He's covered by Thompson. Davis working in the paint.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And here's Green outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Outside, Davis out left to the wing. Davis setting the pick for Exum over Green. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Van Vliet with the bucket.
Van Vliet has proven more than capable as a legitimate three-point threat. Knocks down the jump shot there.
Dinwiddie passes to Davis. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Mavericks have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
Now, here's Green. He's got 6 for 3. Van Vliet, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Van Vliet's got 6 in the quarter.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea. And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Mavericks trail by 13, and there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And their last game, a tight win, and it was the success at the foul line that played a huge part in it, and he was probably the deciding factor.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Dinwiddie.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Back to Şengün. And the rejection by Gafford.
Well, the length and the vertical, boy, Daniel Gafford can be a force defensively.
Right side Davis. And stolen by Şengün. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hits the three-point bomb. Thompson's got 12 points in the game. Now, here's Exum, covered by Van Vliet. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to Brooks for the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Thompson passes through Exum. Now, here's Marshall. Back to Exum. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen by Thompson. And Şengün gets it to go on the assist from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got assist number 5 here tonight. Mavericks trail by 16. Exum passes to Marshall. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And for Houston, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. For 3, Van Vliet. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now, here's Marshall. Not a lot of room. Gafford finds Exum. A 3, Marshall. Brooks grabs the board. Rockets leading by 14. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. Back to Van Vliet. Lets it go with a 3. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, this is Fred VanVleet doing work. Efficiency and productivity.
Now, here's Exum. Covered by VanVleet. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Stolen by Exum. Pass to Thompson. Inside, Klay Thompson.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
And the rejection by Gafford. Green, no luck.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
On the wing, Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Nice shot by Brooks.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 13-point game. Exum kicks to Davis. Just 3 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Hey, please direct your attention to center court.
They haven't been close with some of these threes. Does the rim look like it's moving to them? I mean, seriously. It looks like it's multiple rims out there.
And now let's take a moment to see how... Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. At the guard positions, VanVleet and Green. Thompson is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5, roaming the paint. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Now, here's Exum. Defense right on him. Irving for 3. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Irving's got it back down to within single digits for Dallas. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Şengün with the screen for Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the toughness of Brooks on display, not fearing contact when he's looking to score inside.
And both free throws good for Brooks. First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 11. Back to Davis. Over Thompson. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 7 rebounds in the game. Brooks from outside. Nailed from 3-point land. Brooks has got 11 points.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
And Alperen Sengun gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Exum. Irving against Van Vliet. Got it, and the Houston lead's been cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And definitely a streak shooter. When Brooks is hot, he can carry the offense.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Davis, that's for 2. Rockets with the rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Good. And it's Sengun picking up the assist. 15 points in the game.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. Great showing for him last season. 4th in blocks, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And Marshall kicks to Exum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. Rockets leading by 17. Pass to Thompson. And it's Brooks in the corner. There's the triple. And another 3 for Houston.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Davis with it. Outside Irving. Offensive rebound. And it goes down 2 points. Irving's got 7 points for the quarter. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. From deep, Green. Sengun kicks to Green. No good from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Exum finds Irving. Now Davis. Back to Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
Irving passes to Davis. Back to Irving. It's deflected. They get it back. It's good.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Williams can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Offensive rebound. Gafford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Most dangerous on the interior. That is Daniel Gafford right there.
And he makes the first. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Marshall. Both good from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Houston leading by 12. To the left wing. Three-pointer. Eason's shot is good. Eason's got 14.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Pass to Gafford. Irving for three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Eason's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's Williams with the three. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Exum finds Irving. Davis with it. Fades and shoots. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Davis has got 20.
And when Davis gets going, you are in trouble because he will just power through you to get to his spot.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Back to Exum. And finished off by Exum.
How about the leaping ability of Dante Exum? Terrific instincts on that one.
Outside Williams. To the middle. Here's Eason. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here we go, one-on-one. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Fourth, Anthony Davis.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And so Eason nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Mavericks trailed by 14. Inside, here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Launches a three. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Thompson. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. The shot from the low post is good. Thompson's got 17.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Irving a screen on Green. Now Davis. He's covered by Eason. And Davis can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 14. To the inside. Outside Green. Thompson looking for an opening. And he makes good on the layup. Thompson's got 7 points for the quarter.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Back to Irving. Over Thompson. It's rebounded by Şengün.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Eason with a screen for Green. Pass to Whitmore. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 7.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Irving against Thompson. And here's Exum. Here's Davis. Over Eason. And it's off the back rim. No good. Whitmore with it. He's got 7. Şengün passes to Eason. The jump hook. Rebounded by Gafford. And it's Irving with the ball for the Mavericks. 19-point game. And they get it. And he nails the jumper. Irving's got 13 points in the second half.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Şengün with the screen for Green. Off target from three-point range.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Count it. Good. A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. Here's Eason. The Rockets with another miss. Mavericks trail by 15. And here is Washington. He's got 9. Good D by Thompson.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Looking to get back on track here. And there's the bucket as Green finishes it off. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter. Dallas has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Irving with the ball. Now defended by Whitmore.
This guy is as difficult to cover as there is in the NBA. Kyrie Irving, the master at drawing contact.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. Thompson, he's checked in for Dallas. The Rockets also changing it up. Gay's checked in, and Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Amen Thompson. Dallas shooting straight 49% from the field. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Eason's shot is good.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Mavericks trail by 19. Irving passes to Davis. And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Kyrie Irving.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Well, Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
Here's Gay. He's guarded by Davis. Out to the right wing. Eason. His three-pointer's off the mark. Dallas shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. Here's Lively. Over in the corner, Washington. Sinks the triple. Washington's got 12 in the game.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Good on the three-point shot.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Tari Eason getting it done for Houston. And of everything he's doing well, it's... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. At one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Lively in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Holiday against Irving. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Gay, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Personal foul.
Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Tuesday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors.
And you know, for that matchup with Charlotte, it will be the 9th bit of action for them during this young season. Every game a step closer to the finish line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Smith comes in for Whitmore, and Shepard subbed in for Aaron Holiday.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
It's deflected, and he gets it back. And Thompson kicks to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup. Irving's got 16 points here in the second half.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Thompson outside. Puts up a deep 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Here's Eason. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Rockets leading by 22. From deep, Green. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Here's Irving. Pass to Thompson. Takes a 3. Gay with the rebound. Gay's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Dinwiddie for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Eason. Good on the triple. Eason's got 25 points in the game.
And Smith already understands you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Shot by Eason, no good. Thompson from long range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The speed with which Klay Thompson gets to his shooting motion off the catch makes him as dangerous as anyone.
Smith with a screen on Irving. Shepard the pass to Green. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Dinwiddie, got a piece of it, and they get it back. Lively, that's good.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Shepard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepard followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. He the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team. That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Pass to Washington. Out to Thompson. In the corner, Lively with it. The second chance effort. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Van Vliet passes to Green. High arcing shot, and Van Vliet lays it in.
If you are a small guard like Fred VanVleet, that floater game is an absolute must. What pretty touch.
Pass to Thompson. The tray. Kept alive. Here's Lively. And finally they hit one.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Irving against VanVleet. Irving passes to Lively. Now here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, get off your feet and send it home, Klay Thompson.
Williams kicks to VanVleet. Over in the corner, Shepard. Offline with his three. That's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. A three ball. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
From deep, Green. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Lively's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Thompson for three. Rebound by Smith. Rockets leading by 19 points. Shepard the pass to VanVleet. Takes the three. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Well, I mean, listen, Fred VanVleet, you can practically close his eyes. That's how comfortable he is out on the arc.
Exum passes to Lively. Well, when you talk about the NBA going global, the last 6 MVPs, Doris, as you know, all international players.
Kevin, what I love about this is the NBA wants the best players, regardless of where they come from. There's a time where American players just dominated that award for years and years. Fact of the matter is, it's good for the game to get the baddest, best players in the world, and we've done that.
Here's Exum. That's short off the rim. Houston's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the 4th quarter. 4 of 9. Got that one up quick. Green's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
VanVleet finds Williams. Here's Smith, and Smith slams it home.
And add that one to the highlight reel. Wow, Jabari Smith.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the call will be against Jabari Smith. That's his first foul. On the Mavericks with some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Davis comes in for Washington. And it's Marshall in for Klay Thompson. Houston with a big group substitution here. Gay's checked in. Tari Eason comes in for Shepard. Whitmore, he's checked in for Green. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Do you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Now, here's Exum. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Houston moving the ball around. Holiday looking over the floor. Gay misses. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Pass to Davis. Gay with the rebound. Gay's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Rockets leading by 21. On the wing, Williams. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Gafford. The Mavericks shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Here's Exum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
That's on Cam Whitmore. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
tough, the action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
Gafford kicks to Exum. On its way from Irving for 2. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Marshall. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Whitmore's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Irving. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
6th personal foul.
You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year. Here's Lively. And the layup's good off the glass. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Smith, no good. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And when we talk about players with great upside, Doris, Derek Lively is one of the first to come up.
That's no question about that. This young man has great length and athleticism. He's adding strength every single day. Eventually, he's going to have some go-to moves offensively, but right now, rim runner, rim protector of the highest standard, and plays beyond his years.
The first one falls.
Boy, when you talk about Derek Lively, first thing that strikes you are his physical tools, length, athleticism, great motor, but I also like the maturity from this young man.
And so he's able to get one of two.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Back to Smith. Pass to Shepard. Here's Roddy. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Now at the line for your Mavericks, Kyrie Irving, taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Timeout called the Rockets. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Shepard. Now Whitmore. Here's Shepard. Dinwiddie covering. Williams for three. Misses the shot. So we see Houston taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of